and we start with Sefer Shmiras Haloshon, and it's actually part number 3 of a topic that we studied the day before yesterday. Right? It's part number 2. Sorry, and the topic is title is do whatever you can, and it says, do you really think that you can avoid everything that must not be spoken? Why? You are a man of the world, and you have dealings with scores of people. So that's what Sefer Chofetz Chaim is going to say. Like, how is it possible? You're normal, right? This was another argument cited above, which can lead the person to totally ignore the concept of Lashon Hara. And just to remind ourselves, we brought this example of the girl that was selling apples on the market, and the thief comes and starts stealing from her apples, and somebody screamed to her, what are you looking at? Just try to save as many apples as you can. So, okay, that was 2 days ago. Again, we respond with an analogy. Let us suppose that it was I was hurting someone to engage in a business enterprise. A man asked me, why do you hurry? Do you think that this enterprise will make you one of the world's richest men, like so and so? Surely, I would reply, is that a reason not to seek the livelihood for myself? So that's a very good answer, right? So even though the person is not going to become a very rich man, but at least he has to provide his living, right? Just because he's not going to reach, so the summary, not he's going to reach the top, does not make it doesn't make him. It should not stop him from achieving whatever he can achieve. Okay. If this response is correct, when material matters are concerned, then surely it applies when the spiritual matters are at stake. If one feels that he cannot abide by the law of forbidden speech with all their details and fine points, does it mean that he should refrain entirely from caring for his soul? If it is reason to allow oneself, to heaven forbid, to continue among the Baalei Lashon Hara, habitual gossipers, who will not merit the bask of glory of divine presence, as it says in Sota 42. So let's try to explain what it says here. So Chofetz Chaim says that if in a material world we understand, even though we're not going to make all of the money and be all of the rich people in the world, so still we're going to work, we're trying to make as much as we can, and that's it, we try, right? So needless to say, this spiritual matters, so we try to achieve as much as we can, and we continue, right? So he said, what is the other alternative to be among this Baalei Lashon Hara, so people who constantly speaks Lashon Hara? And we're going to see that our sages say that Shekhinah is not going, divine presence is not going to come in the presence of the 4 people, and one of them is the one who continuously speaks Lashon Hara. So remember, every time when we join some party and the person think that she cannot refuse to go because they're going to get offended, and you know that someone, even one person there is Baal Lashon Hara, so you should know that Shekhinah is not going to be there. Maybe you're going to be there, maybe other people are going to be there, nobody is going to get offended, but Hashem is going to get offended very much. So many times, when you draw this line, it should be very clear: should we go there? Should we meet these people, or just distance yourself? And said, doctor told me to stay home. And they said, what doctor told? What doctor? What did he say? No, doctor told me. I don't want to discuss. What doctor? Rambam. So you can always say the doctor told you, and that's what Rambam told us in Hilchot Diot, for sure. Okay. Continue. Reshis Chochma, Hara, chapter 54, relates that Rabbi Moshe Cardavero, so the author of Shulchan. Okay, so Rabbi Moshe Cardavero, just quick note, is 16th century Kabbalist, author of Tomer Devora. Okay. So Rabbi Moshe Cardavero, so the author of Shushan Sodos in a dream, following the latter's passing, and he was shining like a light of a torch. The deceased revealed that this was the merit of having avoided the idle chatter wine in the world. Can you imagine? So right after the passing, he was shining like this torch, right? Why? Because of idle chatter. So it does not mean idle chatter. Of course, it's it has nothing to do with Lashon Hara. People talk about, I don't know what they're talking about weather. Okay, so still it's the person who would have to take accounting for all of these empty words. Should such a merit be totally forfeit because one feels that to acquire it's entirely is out of reach? So even if you can minimize the small talk, so if you need like small talk, I don't know, like empty talk, like a few lines with somebody, like I don't know, for whatever, for business related matters, for example, right? Of course, you can, but make it as short as possible. Okay. The wisest of men declared, whoever is able to do with your might, do it. Whatever you are able to do with your might, do it. It's from Koheles 9:10. So whatever you can, so everybody have their own talents, their ability, but of course, until you advance your ability, do as much as you can. Don't say, since I'm not that strong in this field, I'm not going to do anything as well. Okay, so it's not right. Meaning that even if one feels that he cannot fulfill a given mitzvah in all its fine point, nevertheless, he should strive to fulfill it to the best of his ability. Right? Best of his ability at this point. It is in this vein that our sages derived from the verse when Moshe set aside 3 cities, right? So it's cities of refuge. It does not say, but we know, right? As it says at Dvarim 4:41, that all of these 3 cities could not afford refuge to one to who they murdered inadvertently, until the 3 cities in land of Canaan had been set. Moshe knew that he would not be permitted to enter the land of Israel and set them aside. Nevertheless, Moshe said, I will accomplish whatever is in my power to accomplish. So altogether we were supposed to have 6 cities and eventually 9 cities, right? So until then, so Moshe knew I'm not going to go to Israel, and the next 3 cities would be assigned only 3 cities, assigned only 14 years later, like after the whole land was conquered. But anyway, so it was like 14 or 15 years away. So he said, I can do these 3 cities. I'm going to do these 3 cities. So it should be with us. We know whatever we know, we implement it. Whatever we don't know, we're going to do it later, right? We learn and improve ourselves. Okay, stop here.